Mom was like, what do you mean he kissed you? I was like, well, I was I came from taking Carter to school, and then we went back to his house so that I can get in my car, because I got in his car to drive with him to Carter school, because he was just like, hey, we might as well go together. So we did. And I don't be looking at him like that. I told you how I feel about him. I don't be looking at him like that. So I ain't think nothing of it. So, and the school was really right around the corner. Like, literally, it was a 2-minute drive right around the corner from his house. And he was just like, okay, so how did y'all end up kissing? I'm like, we didn't kiss. He kissed me. He was like, okay, so how did that happen? I was like, well, so when we got back, he asked if I wanted to see the house, and he was just showing me around the house, because we were just talking. He asked if I wanted to see the house, and he showed me the house, and then, like, when I was finna get ready to leave, he, like, grabbed me and kissed me. He was like, so he just kissed you? I'm like, yeah, he grabbed me and kissed me. I didn't kiss him back though. But I did, like, sit there and listen to what he had to say after he kissed me. He was like, all right, so what he had to say? I was like, well, he was pretty much just saying that, like, he missed me and he wanted his family back, and he was sorry for how everything was going in court with Carter. He didn't want none of that to happen. And like, he was just saying, like, how he can imagine me in the kitchen, in his kitchen, cooking, and the kids in the backyard, like, running around. And Marvin just like, so what, he trying to get his family back? I said, yeah, but I don't really I don't like him like that. Like, if anything, we could be friends. Like, if I can get to the point to where we can co-parent the way that we need to co-parent, then, like, yeah, everything will be fine. But as far as, like, me and him, ew. No. Like, no, I would never, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. And he was just like, oh, why wouldn't you? I was like, I just wouldn't. I just wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. And he was just like, oh, okay, well, did you like the kiss? I'm like, really, really, did I like the kiss? He's like, I'm just asking, I was just asking. I was like, nah, it's no. He was like, okay, well, I just want to tell you that I did buy the truck from my mom, right? It's like, okay, you bought the truck from your mom. Congratulations, congratulations. How does it feel? He's like, it feels good to be a man with a truck. And I'm just like, oh, I have heard that before in the worst way. And I'm just like, oh, why'd you say that? I'm like, oh, okay, okay. He's like, but there is this little issue that we have going on with my younger sister's car. She needs a new vehicle. So I told her, I was just like, you know what? You can get my car. I'm like, your car? Your red one? He was like, yeah. So what I'm end up giving her that car. I'm gonna still make the payments on it, because she pregnant, and like, her baby dad ain't really doing too much, and she needs to get to and from work. So I need to make sure she get to and from work. I let her know, like, she can borrow it for a few months. She ain't gotta worry about the payments or the insurance. I'll still make sure everything, all of that is covered. She just need to take care of her. And I'm just like, oh, that's sweet of you. He was just like, yeah, I can't have baby sis just out here stranded like that, and for her baby daddy not to be doing nothing. Like, what? Nah, we won't do that. Like, no, I'm gonna take care of my niece. I got her. And I'm just like, oh, okay, okay. Then it's like, well, I'm gonna talk to you later. I'm gonna let you know, like, how everything go from there. Like, all right. So I end up going to work. And as soon as I got to work, I found Ronnie. Ronnie looked at me. I looked at him. And I was just like, bitch, guess what? And Ronnie's like, what? I was like, Terry kissed me. Ronnie was like, scary Terry. I'm like, yes, Carter's dad kissed me. He was like, ew, why? Why did he do that? I was like, look, I don't know, but he was showing me around the house, and then I was trying to leave, and then he kissed me, and then he wanted to tell me how he was sorry for everything, and how he wanted his family back, and he want me in the kitchen cooking, and the kids in the backyard. I'm literally telling the same story. like, yes. And Ron was like, "Yeah, you kissed him." I'm like, "No, he kissed me, but I don't know." Ron was like, "Oh, what you gonna do, bitch? What you gonna do?" I'm like, I got Marlon, and like, cause that's my man friend there. He was like, "I know, but with everything going on with Carter, like what you gonna do?" I'm like, no. And then that's when my friend Liz came in, like saw us like geeking, like whispering and stuff, and she was just like, "What happened?" I was like, "Carter dad kissed me." And she was like, "Ew." I'm like, I know." And she was like, "Wait. Hear me out though. You just listen. Maybe y'all still in the middle of that custody thing, right?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Just play nice with him. Just you already know what he wants. Just play nice with him. Do you have a date for your hearing yet?" I was like, "No," but I called my lawyer and I told my lawyer that I was back here, and they said that they was gonna contact the judge to see what's going on with my hearing and get me a date, but we don't have a date yet. She was like, "Okay." She's like, "Well, have you met up with them since you've been back?" I was like, "Yeah, I went down to the office like to show my face and like let them know like, hey, I'm back." And she was like, "Oh, okay." So yeah, just play nice until after the hearing. I'm just like, but I don't want to lead nobody on. You know that, like, And I'm like, and I've been posting Marlon on my story, so I'm like, he gonna see it because I know he be watching my stuff from fake pages. She was just like, you know what you gotta do. Just do what you gotta do. I'm just like, oh, okay, all right. So the day go on, and then that night, Marlon ended up calling me, asking me if I can bring his car to Louisiana. And I was like, huh? He was like, yeah, my sister needs the car now. I was like, my twin, she needs a new alternator in her car, so I'm gonna help her put a new alternator in her car. But I wondered if you can come and bring the red car down, and then I'll just drive the truck down. Since I already paid my mama for the truck, and she gonna give me the title, had everything signed over. I already paid her, and I want to take the truck down. Like I don't want to fly back. I'm just take the truck down. It's like, okay. He's like, but if you could bring the car, because once I take the truck, they won't have a means of transportation at all, so they need a car, so we got to do a swap. And I don't want to fly all the way down and then have to drive all the way back just to drive back down. I don't want to have to do all that, because I got to go back to work. I've been out of work. Got to go back to work soon. I'm like, okay. He's like, please, can you come bring it down to Luke? Can you drive it to Louisiana? And I was just like, I ain't never been to Louisiana before. I ain't never driven to Louisiana before. I ain't never been that way. So I guess he's like, that'll really, really help me. It's like, you can drive it down, and then once you drive it down, we can get in the truck and I can just drive us all the way back. We ain't gotta worry about nothing. And I was just like, okay, all right. I was like, but your mama them gonna be there? He was like, yeah, but don't worry about meeting them or anything like that. I was like, good, because I don't think we at that point to be meeting, parents or anything. He was just like, yeah, no, I agree. So what's gonna happen? You're just gonna come down here. Like, you can call me when you get down here, and we'll meet up somewhere, grab something to eat, and then like we'll go and swap out the car, and that be that. I'm like, all right, cool. So we iron out the details of like when I was gonna leave and when I should be, expected to get back. And then he sent me money for the gas and our road trip. He sent me $300 for gas and a road trip. He had a Toyota Yaris. It wasn't. It only took about $25 to fill that tank up, but he sent me $300 for gas and snacks. I'm not complaining at all. So the we loaded up the car. Me and Jackson got in the car, and we headed to Louisiana. When we got to Louisiana, I had let him know that I was parked outside of the seafood place, and he was just like, "All right, we'll go in, grab something to eat." Cause you ever tried crawfish? And I'm like, I ain't never had crawfish because I ain't know how to cut it. I mean, I ain't know how to like crack it and open it. I never knew how to eat it. So we ended up going in the restaurant. He was showing me how to crack open crawfish and this stuff. And then from there, we ended up going to his mom's house. Like, I got in my car, he got in his car because it was a rental and he needed to return it. So he got in his car and we headed back to his mom's house. When we got to his mom's house, he realized it was time for him to return the rental. So we followed him to take the rental. He got in the car, and then we went back to the mom's house. And then as we were there, his mom was there. Like, she was in the house. I was sitting in the car because I'm like, we already agreed that we were not, at that point to where we were meeting parents, because, like, we're week 2. Like, yeah, you met Jackson, but I introduced you to Jackson as a friend. Jackson thinks you're just a friend. We don't live with you or anything like that. And we was trying our hardest not to show any sort of affection around Jackson, because it's just like, no, I introduced him as a friend. That's a friend. So I'm sitting in the car, Jackson in the back seat. I got my feet propped up on the little dash, and I'm just chilling. Next thing, Marlon had then got out the car to go in the house, to guess to say his goodbyes and get his stuff. So I'm just chilling. I'm just like, all right, I'm just waiting for him to get the keys so we can do this switch out and then go. He come out and he was just like, hey, Key, so I gotta help my sister put this alternator in the car before I leave because she's struggling out there. And I told her that, I was gonna come and help. So I gotta help her put the alternator in the car. So I'm gonna just have you go in the house with my mama. And I looked at him. He was just like, it's okay. It'll be okay.